Jay, Mike, bringing you Captain America, Red, White, Buck yeah, Winter Soldier, Time to Fly, hello, goodbye.
We watched a movie. Yeah. We watched a movie. We watched it.
Steve Rogers, Captain America, is back. S.H.I.E.L.D. is being S.H.I.E.L.D. They're patrolling around the world trying to find out. Secret agents. So Captain America is caught in this political espionage thriller type thing, trying to uncover the secrets and truths buried deep within S.H.I.E.L.D.'s butt crack. And they all, and you know, and it's also one of those, it's also a story about how Steve Rogers is becoming more adapted to the modern day. You know, he still believes in justice, and he still believes in trusting the man that's next to you. And things like that, but he's also going up against a wall where in today's world it's not like that anymore. It's not black and white, it's gray. And
first off, this movie's amazing.
Oh my God.
It's badass. It's everything you hope it to be. Everything you've been hearing from the reviews.
I wanted to be like,
right.
like when we were like we weren't allowed to talk about it. Like we said we weren't going to talk about it. I just wanted to like Greg was like, did you love it?
I know, dude. It was. I mean, it wasn't the same feeling of exhilaration as like the Avengers, because I mean you can't do that with just one superhero because of all the shit going on. But I will say this movie. It is so different than any other superhero movie, okay? It's amazing. It's got a lot of amazing special effects and fighting scenes and all that shit like that, but it doesn't feel like a superhero movie. Yeah. It's one of the best action movies I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, dude, it's fucking, yes.
And on the other half of it, most spy movies, when there's a problem with a spy movie, it's because what? It's boring. Or you don't give a crap about the story or whatever. Political thrillers can be the same thing. This has all that, but it's not boring at all because you're talking superhero shit.
Dude, I was
superhero fandom. Like, people that you know, shit that you care about.
Everything.
Tie-ins to other movies. I loved it.
Did you want to have sex with it?
I wanted to put it in.
Yes! Like, it was fucking so fun, and it wasn't not like even 1 second was I bored. No. I always wanted to know the next part of the story. Like, it really does flow so well, and it blends those action sequences in, which is awesome. Because the action sequences are just straight up like car chases and explosions, which would have been fine, but they add this little touch to it, which most people probably wouldn't notice. But when the camera angles and shit, how they shoot, like one scene when Nick Fury's running from the rogue agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., like they did,
you got to see him in action for a minute finally.
When this car chase scene, but the way they shot it with the camera angles being all shaky and shit, it added that exhilaration and shit. I'm like, holy fuck.
The way I think about it when you talk about the action scenes, if we look at the first Captain America movie, it had some really cool stuff in it, but it was really Magoo-ish kind of. And when you see Captain America fighting, it'd be over the top, like dropping off explosions in slow motion and like lasers and shit like that. In this one, it was like the Bourne Identity fighting style, but cooler because it's fucking Captain America.
I know.
Even in the Avengers, they didn't do his fighting style as well as they did in this. He did some shit like from the first mission, like he would just like take out people, and the whole crowd would be like, "Ooh, that was badass!"
See,
like the fighting was amazing.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I loved about it, because they really did modernize him. It was more of an urban warfare combat situation with Captain America involved in it. That was what was so cool, because of course in Captain America, the first Avenger, you always had like cool action sequences, but it was in Nazi Germany or it was in like these weird science fiction-y kind of places. Yeah. This one takes it to the city, and then you actually see what Captain America can do within an urban environment.
There's badass scenes with the helicarriers too, and I mean maybe it's just me, maybe I was just enamored with everything, but I didn't notice over CGI one time.
No, I didn't. And the Captain America's kind of re-improved suit looked badass. The shield looked weird at first because it looked faded. When he was like on the, it was like there's one scene at the beginning, it just looked like a faded shield, like it was like, it's been through damage, but then it got back.
Because the shield was forefront of a lot of the fighting stuff, so it took so much damn damage.
But eventually it became its own character. Like the way, like that's one other thing I forgot to mention, like the action, when he was throwing that shit off the walls and stuff, it looked so like Captain America on the pages. God, that was badass. Way more than he did in Captain America and the Avengers. This thing was like, he was doing badass expert level shit with a Bruce Lee style. And then the Winter Soldier, really quick, looked amazing. He looked fucking awesome.
He almost looks too cool. It's almost a parody of himself, because when he shows up, he's like, and he's got like Kurt Cobain hair, but he's scary. Like that music comes on and you see him, and you're like, this dude's badass. And on top of that, Black Widow in this movie,
awesome,
badass. Before this movie,
can I get that number?
We're gonna put it in there a little bit. We're gonna get to that shit. But seriously, Black Widow is a badass in this movie. Her scenes were just as fun to watch. I mean, maybe not just as fun, but they were talking about a Black Widow movie, and I thought that sounded stupid. Watching this movie and her in it now, I don't think that sounds that stupid. I would go see it, and for nothing else than that ass.
That ass.
Oh my god, that and the black pants and shit. Yeah,
leather in your face.
No, she's hot as hell in this entire. Every time she speaks, it makes you almost mad. It makes me squish my popcorn.
Falcon's pretty cool. Yeah. At first I didn't know how I was going to feel him because he kind of came off as like, you know. But then eventually when he gets more into the character and he actually gets the wings and he becomes the Falcon, he really gets into that whole role of the sidekick to Captain America and believing in what Captain America stands for. And all the tie-ins and the interactions with the characters were perfect.
Oh yeah,
all of it
was a really well written movie. His suit stuff. I mean, it didn't drop my pants crazy. crazy. But
you just kind of slid your pants in a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I started
to,
and I was like, not without doing a movie. But no, it still looked pretty cool. There's a scene where he like shoots while he's flying with it. There's a couple of Uzis that looks badass. Anthony Mackie, I think, does a really good job as Falcon.
I like because Captain America is not like superhuman. He's not Iron Man. He's not Thor. He's actually just among them. He's like friggin' Paul McCartney, and then they're all like John Lennon. So he has to be like Paul McCartney. That makes sense. But that's not bad. Yeah, but there is certain parts of it that he does, and what he does is superhuman.
Oh,
like how he fights and shit. And by the way, the fight sequences between him and Winter Soldier, fuck yes.
Oh, amazing! I can't wait to go. I'm taking my daughter to see this tomorrow. I cannot wait to watch it again.
I cannot wait to watch
this is top level Marvel.
I cannot wait to watch it again. No, I was gonna say I can't wait. I'm gonna pop in Van Damme Bloodsport tonight.
I love what they're doing with Cap's character now.
Yeah.
They really brought him back. You kind of had to get out of the funk of what happened to him before. Like, yeah, you're in World War II, and then you got to get acclimated. This movie was he's acclimated, he's here, shit's going on, and this is Captain America in the real world today.
Yeah.
And just focuses on him and the fighting and all the espionage and all the shit, and it's just amazing. This movie is a joy to watch. It was a joy to watch.
Enjoying it. You know, it's almost like this is a cleaner version. I'm not saying that's like a bad thing, but just, you know, if you look at the Batman series by the Nolan trilogy, it's like, you know, the Nolan trilogy is a dark, gritty, realistic kind of take on a superhero, especially Batman. This is like a lighter version of what Nolan would do.
It's like a patriotic.
So like it's got that it's got a realistic feel to it.
Definitely
obviously more realistic than what you're used to with the Marvel universe, but it's still at the same time got a really it's got a good comic book edge to it.
Amazing job with it, and the score's not as hokey it was.
No, I love
as
the
it
score.
was the first movie.
It really makes when you get up, you walk out, you feel good.
Yeah.
You're just like, don't walk in front of me.
But yeah, so I mean, ultimately, this movie's 9.5 for me. It's almost a freaking 10. If someone gave it a 10, I would have no problem with that whatsoever.
I'm gonna give it a 9.5 as well. There's not much on it. I did like it. No, I loved it a lot, and I really thought it had the edge to it to be a mixture and blend with comic books and Captain America. You will love this fucking movie. You will want to be Captain America. You will.
Same way that you saw Superman fight in Man of Steel. It felt real, like, oh, that's what it would look like Superman fights.
Yeah.
You felt like this is what it would look like when Captain America fights. Batman, the way he finally did like the sneaky shit the perfect way, and Batman Begins and all that shit like that. This is that movie for Captain America. Like,
do you guys like what the direction that Marvel has been pushing their movies, getting to the next step, getting to the next phase? Do you feel like it's getting boring, or should they shake it up and do something different? Do you think it's all going according to plan and they're doing a great job at doing it?
Also, what did you guys think about the Falcon's outfit and the costumes and what like that? What do you think about me naked wearing eating birthday cake alone while watching Spawn?
I think you need to seek therapy.
We watched a movie. Yeah. We watched a movie.